Hey, it's Wei. So, you want to build a Marvel Snap deck and don't want to read essays about it, or for some other reason, you're here. Well, while you're here, I'll let you know how to custom build a deck right now. I'll only go through pool 1 and 2 cards though. No, not those pools. Not those pools either. Anyhow, what are card pools? As you can see, there's a progression road in this game called Collection Level, and there are mystery cards that you can get. But you'll only get certain cards from one pool of cards at any given time. At Collection Level 18 to 214, you only have access to pool 1 cards. From 222 to 474, you only get pool 2 cards. And beyond that point, you'll get pool 3 cards. And well, what happens before Collection Level 18? Well, it's just a set of cards that you're guaranteed to get along with your starter cards. Today, we'll only be discussing Pool 1 and 2 decks since they are the only cards available for early game. If you're interested in how long it'll take you to collect all the cards, stay tuned for the next video. Quick note, to make a deck, you can sort with this button here by what it does, or on the right by energy, power, etc. There are really only 4 effective decks for Pool 1, the obvious being Odin on Reveal. You have Odin as your only 6 mana card to trigger your own Unreveal abilities twice in the same location. And how to make the deck, you might ask, you just throw in all the Unreveal cards in the deck and you'll be fine. And Nightcrawler, because he's just that good. And there are things that you might be missing, and I'll talk about the best replacement cards near the end of the video. The second deck you can do is 1-drops with Ka-Zar and Blue Marvel, as I like to call swarms. You put as much 1-cost cards you prefer, and you can add Captain America, Angela, Bishop, and Wolfsbane to get extra stats if you choose to do so. Just try to get rid of Quicksilver as soon as possible, because he's just that bad. Nothing against him, but consistency is inherently bad in this game, and it doesn't get rewarded. Don't look at me, I don't make the rules, I'm just suggesting. The third really effective deck is Ongoing. In this deck, you'll have to stuff as many Ongoing cards, except Blue Marvel and Ka-Zar. Because instead of swarming the locations, you want to have 2 really powerful locations, and use Onslaught and Spectrum to buff up the locations. You can also play a Moon Dino deck, just put in draw cards and pray that you get your dinosaur, and know that you can only have 7 cards in your hand. Okay, now moving on to Pool 2, you get more access to more exciting and more powerful cards compared to freaking Quicksilver and Domino. You can add on to your Pool 1 deck by switching out for Iceman, Shang-Chi, and Scorpion for your Reveal deck. And of course, it's by your personal choice, of course, and just a suggestion. For 1-drop or swarms, you can switch out for Ebony Maw, Iceman, and Sunspot. For the Ongoing deck, you can switch in for Warpath, Storm, Vision, or Professor X if you're feeling spicy. Moving on, pun unintended, is the Move deck, as you can now get access to Vulture, Vision, Storm, and Cloak. It takes a lot more thinking, as you usually want to develop on the right first, and in the end, move to the left with Heimdall, which I'll explain in the future, as it is also my favorite deck to play at the moment. Also, if you paid for the Season 1 Battle Pass, you might as well put in Miles Morales, or if you're broke, like me, you can just put in a utility card instead, like Shang-Chi. You can also play a Control Stall deck, which is specifically one to play for 2 locations and bring out a big freaking astronaut out of nowhere. Well, maybe not that location, but you know, maybe from the moon. You have all the tools to mess up your opponent and also use Jubilee to potentially call in powerful cards for you. At last, here are the cards that are really powerful in every deck because they kinda don't have a purpose, so you can just put them in if you're missing cards. And here you go. Now, go. Have fun.